Alright, hello guys, this is me, here Ryan right here in the Ghost Layers Report as always. Currently I'm in Kokabunji, working today on a Sunday. I thought I'd just take a few minutes to speak on what's important about today, which is we have a big anniversary here in Japan. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the mega earthquake that hit us last year, the 9.0 earthquake, the tsunamis that devastated the nation, and of course it was the beginning of the whole Fukushima nuclear power plant fiasco that we've been dealing with here for over a year now. And you know, I'll never forget exactly where I was the day the earthquake happened. I was in Tokyo. I was working at a school in Kamata, and I was teaching this lesson. It was 3 ladies in a class. I believe there's 3, and they were housewives, hobbyists, studying English. And we were having a pretty good lesson. It was going good, and then suddenly the whole damn building just started shaking really strong. And I thought, well, an earthquake, right? Not a big deal. I've seen these before, but not this one. The whole building just started going crazy, and I really thought it was going to collapse. So we ran on the tables, and it was pretty lengthy, and you could actually feel the wave. Even in Tokyo, you could feel that like that, right? And after it was over, I was in such a state of shock that I just got everybody out of the school, took them down the street, staff included. And the students, me and the staff, were just kind of looking at each other. We're all just sitting there having a smoke, just kind of looking at each other in awe and shock and confusion. Really didn't know what to do. So time went on. We had 2 staff there that day. We sent the girl home. We told her just go home. Said she lived 10 minutes from there, so we said just go on home. Students, they left after about 15-20 minutes to go take care of their family and loved ones and things, and left just me and the staff, this guy. It was a pretty awkward situation. He's there by himself. Of course he wants to be around his family, but the company says we got to stay there. Yeah, that was a bad move, I thought. We could not leave the school. We had to stay there and keep it open. So we did that, right? Of course, there's no students coming. Of course. And it got time for closing. We've been watching all the video throughout the day on CNN, NHK, of all the devastation and confusion and madness that was going on that day. And we got time closing. I said, what are we going to do? So another branch, Action Oimachi, contacted us and said, it's not right for you boys to be there by yourself all night. If you can walk over to Oimachi, it was a pretty good walk. You can stay with us. We got heat. We can get some food. At least you gentlemen don't have to be by yourself. And I said, okay, we'll take him up on that. So I just went down to the Family Mart down from the street, from the branch in Kamata. Got an evening bento, it's 10% off. You know how those are in the evening. The ones from lunch that carry over. And I got a bottle of Genro, and took them back to the guy. And I said, man, here's our option. We're going to walk the railroad tracks over to Oimachi and meet up with the staff there. So we can all be together and none of us have to be alone tonight. He was game for that. So the trains were all stopped, of course. So we got on the train tracks and started walking, snacking on the bento, and chugging down that Genro. Yeah, Genro is like Korean sake type of thing. So we got there, and everybody at the Oimachi branch were mostly women. There was one guy there. He was an American chap, like me. So we got everybody there. We said hello. Everybody okay? Checked everybody out, and me and my fellow Americanists went on the street and knocked off the rest of that Genro and switched to beer and Chuhai and just chatted and watched everything that was going on in the streets there in Oimachi that night. And eventually we got drunk enough and calm enough that we could actually sleep, and we all huddled up in the biggest room in the school, huddled it up, turned that room on heat. We all went to sleep comfortably that night. Next morning, the trains were up and running, but they were limited and pretty much chaotic, and I finally got home. And I tell you, could never have felt that happy to be in that apartment that I call home in my entire life. It felt so good to be around something familiar. To see my apartment was fine and not damaged. And I just spent the rest of the day on the internet. I continued the live blog on Facebook and Twitter for about 48 hours. Then I slowed down to a couple a day. And I'll be honest with you guys, I drank a lot the first 2 weeks after the quake. A lot. I was drinking mass amounts of alcohol just to deal with it. Which is probably not the best thing to do, but under the circumstances, I hope you guys can understand that. I'm being honest enough to tell you what I really experienced, me personally, and then I continued to go to work. That was probably one of the most stressful parts, was continuing to go to work during all this. Unfortunately, I didn't get any time off for the earthquake. It was as soon as my next scheduled day of work, I had to be there. So I had to work through it too with all the stress. So that's my own personal experience of what happened. So, like, comment, share your experience with me. Spread the video around if you want. As always, this is me, Ryan. You guys, take care of yourself. 1 year anniversary. Until next time, this is me, Ryan, here in Kokobunji.